video is to help you practice your straddle splits or middle splits at home. So let's get started with a little bit of a warm-up. Just jog in place to start with. And lift your knees up. And lift your knees to the sides up. And jog in place. And lift your heels to your bottom. And bounce up and down. And bounce in and out. Great. All right, let's start with some standing stretches. So put your feet into a nice wide straddle and reach down to the ground. Now, while you're reaching down to the ground, if you can't reach the ground, it's totally okay to put your hands up on something like a stack of books or a couple of yoga blocks or even a couple of cans of beans or something like that. You can put your hands right on top. So something to reach down to the floor if that's tricky for you. Once you can reach the floor or whatever you've got your hands on, check that your legs are really, really straight. Keep them straight and then go down a little bit further. And let's hold that for 10 seconds. And 10, 9, check those legs are straight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come up just a little bit, and what we're going to do is move over to one side but bend your knee. And then go ahead and you're almost sitting down on your heel, but don't sit all the way down. And flex your other foot. And then what I want you to try to do is reach towards your foot as far as you can. So you're feeling a nice stretch on the inside of your leg there. But you're not sitting down on the ground all the way. You're keeping most of your weight on your foot that you're standing on, this one right over here. And let's hold that for 5 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then reach your hands to the middle. Up to the middle again. Bend your other knee. And flex your foot. Reach over towards your leg. And again, you're not quite sitting on the ground. You're balancing on this foot over here. And holding it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back to the middle. Straighten out your legs. And one more time to the middle. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Check those legs are really, really straight. And then let your body hang down. And 1. Good. And now we're going to do some sitting straddle stretches. So go ahead and sit down and bring your legs into a straddle position. So not all the way into splits, just a bit of a V, a nice comfortable sitting position. Now you want to keep your knees pressed down and your toes pointed while we're doing this stretch. So lift one arm up in the air, and then you're going to reach over your head to the first side. And just lean your body over as far as you can, and you're reaching towards your toe. Totally fine if you can't quite get there. What's most important is that you feel a stretch and that your legs are straight. So try to press both knees down to the ground and point both toes. And both of your knees should be pointing up at the ceiling. Try not to let either leg roll in towards the floor. And just hold for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then put your hand down. Put your other hand on the other side of your leg and reach your body towards your leg for 5 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you find there's any stretches that you like during this video and you'd like to pause the video and hold it a little bit longer, that would be really, really helpful. I'm just doing it quickly for about 5 or 10 seconds per stretch, just so that we can get through all of the different stretches so you can see what to do. So reach your other arm up and reach over your head to the other side. And if you just want a quick stretch, it's fine to just hold these for 5 or 10 seconds as well, because we're working the same muscles in many, many different ways. So go ahead and try to put your shoulder towards your leg, both knees straight, reaching over your head towards your foot. If you need a little bit more stretch, it's okay to scooch your shoulder forward a little bit, and then you can try to put your shoulder towards the ground and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's go ahead and reach to the middle. So you're going to put your hands forward until you get a nice stretch. And press those knees down nice and strong. And reach forward till you feel a stretch. And you might want to try to touch your forehead to the ground. That's a good first goal. So reach your forehead down towards the ground. If you can touch the ground with your forehead, then try to work on reaching your chin down to the ground. And once you can do that comfortably, then you can try to reach your chest and your stomach down to the ground. Now, whatever you're doing while you're reaching forward, what you want to try to do is roll your knees backwards and press your knees flat to the floor. And keep your toes pointed at the same time. Let's hold that for 5 more seconds. And 5, 4, press those knees down. 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and come on out. All right, let's start with some kicks to get our hip muscles really, really warmed up. So pop up onto your hands and your knees and put one leg out to the side. Flex your foot. That sometimes helps you keep your leg really, really straight. Pull your kneecap up so that your quad muscles are tight. That's these muscles right here. And just lift your foot up off the floor. And I want you to do just 5 little mini bounces there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put your foot down on the ground. And now we're going to do 5 bigger lifts or bigger kicks. So lift your foot up quickly and then put your foot down on the floor slowly so you're not banging your foot on the floor. And ready, 1 and 2 and lower down. 3, lift a straight leg, lower down. 4, keep that leg really straight. And 5. And then bring your knees together and try the other side. So flex your foot, make your leg really, really straight. Lift and 5 bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put your foot down on the ground. And then lift, bigger kick. 1 and slowly lower. 2, lower slowly. 3 and 4. Keep that leg really straight. And 5. Great. All right, so let's go ahead and actually start in this crouched position. And we're going to straighten one leg out at a time and get just a really good stretch on each leg without a really big stretch. So go ahead and lean forward and straighten out one leg and then sit back on your heel if you can. If that already gives you a really, really big stretch just to do that, that's fine, you can stay there. If you need a more stretch, keep your knee really straight and keep your weight over your heel on your bent knee side, and then reach over towards your foot as far as you can till you feel a stretch on the inside of your straight leg. Try to keep that knee really, really straight and your toe pointed, and holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring those knees together. Straighten out your other side, point your toe. So sitting down on your heel over here. If this stretches already, just stay right there. If you want more stretch, keep your weight over your heel on this side and then reach over to your straight leg side and holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come on out. Now the next stretch we're going to do before we do our full middle splits is froggy splits. So move your knees out to the side, and your knees should be bent, and then just move your feet behind your knees so that you've got a line from your knee to your foot on each side. And just pull those knees out to the side until you feel just a little bit of a stretch, and then pop down on your elbows, keep your head up nice and tall, and use your hands to push your hips back until you feel a medium stretch. Again, it shouldn't be terribly uncomfortable, but a little bit uncomfortable is fine. And then just try to relax your hip muscles in that stretch. And let's hold that for 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try to feel those muscles really relax. 3, 2, and 1. And then you can come on out. All right, now we're ready to move into our full middle splits. And what I want you to think about while you're doing your full middle splits is keeping your hips in line with your legs. So your legs will be straight out to the side, and you just want to make sure that you're not letting your hips go forward too much or backwards too much. And people often do that because they're trying to make it hurt a little bit less. But what I would like you to do to make it hurt a little bit less is just push strong on your hands so that you can control how much weight is going into your legs. So earlier we were doing that standing straddle stretch. If when we were doing that, you had your hands up on some books or some yoga blocks or something like that, I would suggest doing that again, because you want to be able to have your hands comfortably on the floor. And then just start working your feet out and out and out. Now, if at any point you feel a really big stretch, just stop and stay there. And if you need to pull back up a little bit, that's fine. But you want to feel a stretch down the inside of your legs. Now, once you get to the point where you feel a little bit of stretch, what I want you to do is make sure that you've got enough weight on your hands. So right now I'm feeling my arms working really, really, really hard, but I know I can go a little bit further. So I'm gonna go a little bit further. I'm sliding my feet out, out, out. Still got lots of weight on my hands, but I've got my legs in a nice straight line with my hips. So that's what I want you to check right now before you come to the point where you're getting a really big stretch. And then sliding out a little bit further. Now you can start letting some of the weight come off of your hands and go into your legs so you're feeling a little bit more stretch. And then you can start sneaking your feet out a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. And again, you can let some of the weight come off of your hands and into your legs. Now, as you do more splits, this gets easier and easier, and it doesn't hurt as much. You do get used to it, and you want to try to stay really, really relaxed. Take nice deep breaths so that you're letting those muscles relax and not tense up, and that'll help you get your splits a little bit faster. So keep pushing on your hands if you need to. Let a little bit more weight go into your legs if you can. Make sure you're not pushing so far backwards that you're sitting down or so far forwards that your legs aren't in a straight line anymore. And let's just hold that together for 10 more seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Check those legs are straight. Point your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now to come out, you can just push yourself back to your sitting bones and bring your legs together. Give your legs a little bit of a shake out for a job well done. And if you liked any of those stretches, you can always repeat them and try your splits again after the video is over. And if you practice this once a week, it'll be really helpful for you. If you practice it a couple times a week or a few times a week, it will be even more helpful to you. And I hope you get your splits all the way down to the ground soon.